All it takes is a moment to ruin your life. And no, I don't mean that you're gonna become a fat bastard that lives in his mom's basement at 40. No, I don't mean that you're gonna turn into that kind of person within a second. But what I do mean is that all it takes is a moment to put yourself on the trajectory to become that kind of person. And I'm sure no one watching this video wants to become like that. So stick around if you want to know how to avoid being on that path. Every single day, we're given a ton of decisions, thousands of even. And we don't give a lot of thought into them at all even. A lot of the decisions we don't really think about, and we just perceive them as like every single day things. They're not very exciting, nor something that we should really care all that much about. But when a bad habit has been ingrained into you and it's become one of those everyday things, well, that's when it starts to become a problem. You no longer are aware of the bad things and you do them as if it's a habit, as if it's something you need to do. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about that every day and you just do it. It's the same thing as scrolling. Scrolling has basically become as much as a necessity as brushing your teeth. And just think about how crazy that sounds. A essential hygiene thing has become just as essential as mindlessly scrolling and rotting your brain away. The comparison of those two should kind of scare you, and that's the point of that. You're given a decision every day to continue scrolling or to close your phone and get up and do something. You're given a decision every day, if you're eating junk food, to continue and grab another chip or to get up and go do some fucking exercise. But a lot of those decisions we don't think about. They're subconscious, as I mentioned before. So you don't truly get to choose or even decide. So it's not really a decision anymore, is it? And that's the purpose of me making this video. I want to help some of you guys with being a little bit more conscious, because I think that's the very first step towards solving a lot of the issues or achieving some of the goals that you may have. Being aware of the things that you have to do or being aware of the things that you don't want to do. So here's a law that I think would help a lot. And it's the theory that opposites attract. I'm sure we all have heard this, and it's the same as magnets. The North Pole is attracted to the South Pole and the South Pole is attracted to the North Pole. It's how gravity works. It's the same in life, you know. If you are constantly in a negative spot or you perceive it as a negative thing, you're gonna be more attracted to the positive stuff, which may be, you know, doing work, going to the gym, doing the productive things, when all you're doing every single day is scrolling. But the thing is, a lot of us, when we're scrolling, we don't perceive it as a bad thing, because in that moment, instant gratification is made to make you feel good. So it never feels bad, or you never think it's bad until that realization and that awareness kicks in. But only then, when the awareness kicks in, like an hour or two has passed. And that's a lot of time wasted. So I'm gonna help you save a little time here. And that's by putting yourself in such a negative position that you can't help but think scrolling is bad. You can't help but think junk food is bad. So if it's late today, try tomorrow. But if it's early today, I want you to start today. I want you to do all the bad things. Scroll, eat junk food, don't exercise. Do it for one day. It's just gonna be a little experiment for you to see how much of a difference there is between being productive and feeling like ass. Because if you're really serious about improving your life, if you're really serious about self-improvement, you will feel like ass and you will feel that this isn't right. I need to be productive. If you spend your whole day doing mindless shit that doesn't help you at all, you should feel at least a little bit guilty about the things that you could have done today. And so that's the purpose of this. I want you to see the drastic difference between not doing anything at all and doing even a little bit. And I think that will be when the theory of opposite attracts really starts to kick in. When you start to see that the really bad things are what you're doing every day, you'll catch yourself like, this is a bad thing. I should be doing this. And of course, just a little thing going forward, you still need to go and do that thing. You still need the discipline to go and do that. If you know that it's happening and you don't do jack shit about it, well, that awareness isn't gonna do shit for you either. So you at least gotta have the discipline and the drive to go and do that. But I know a lot of you are disciplined. I believe in a lot of you, and I know a lot of you aren't gonna let me down. I know you're gonna do good things. But just a really easy way to build discipline, you don't need to start out big, okay? Even resisting the temptation to go and scroll for 5 minutes and focusing on the work in front of you is progress if you only did 4 minutes before. So don't consider the big wins and just try and progressively overload your discipline and willpower. I'm not gonna go on more about discipline in this video because this video is about being aware and consciousness, you know. And the second thing I'm also gonna suggest is to just talk to yourself about that thing you may want to change. I know all of you have something that you wish you could improve on, whatever it might be. Maybe your fitness, maybe you scroll a little too much, maybe you're not focused enough. Whatever that thing is, I want you to think about that thing. I don't know what you should think about. Just think about that thing in general. Because when you think about that more, it's fresh in your head. You're more aware of that, right? If someone mentions, oh, elephant, you're gonna look out for elephants if there's in the room. It's just like a little psychological trick that you can use to put yourself in a position where you're aware of the things that you should be doing, or you're aware of the things that you shouldn't be doing. All right. If you tell yourself, I shouldn't be scrolling and that maybe I could do something else, your mind is going to be more aware of, oh, I'm scrolling. I said before that I should go and read maybe, so I should go and do that. It just gives yourself a really quick and easy response to whenever you catch yourself. And it's going to be easier to catch yourself as well because your mind just recognizes this activity as bad because you've talked about it with yourself before. And I feel I'm yapping a little bit here, but I'll just end it off for now. So yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. And the idea I got, or where I got the idea from this, for this video is, it was probably from Alex Hormozy. I don't remember who exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's Alex Hormozy, and it was talking about the pendulum swinging. The idea is, if your life is really shit, it's gonna swing back the other way. So if your life is bad, it's gonna swing back to be really good. But if your life is really good, there's gonna be a point where it's gonna be really bad. So there's always good and bad. Nothing is ever just gonna be, you know, great forever. There's gonna be bad times, and that's kind of what I wanted to do here. When you put yourself in that really bad position, naturally you're gonna want to swing the other way. You're gonna want to swing towards the good things. And so that's just a first step towards getting the momentum going, getting yourself primed into the position where you know you should be doing the productive things. And once the first day or the first step is done, it usually gets a lot easier. So yeah, besides that, that's gonna be about it. So yeah, keep on doing the shit that needs to be done, and stay aware of your actions and work on what you think needs to be worked on most. All right. Besides that, that's gonna be about it. So yeah, give me a kiss. Mwah.